So here we are at about 4 p.m. on the last day of February, and this thing that I harvested that I thought was sprouting broccoli, this is actually the purple cabbage. No, purple cauliflower. And so what I cut off would have been a lovely head of cauliflower eventually, but I cut it off. So now it's not anything. But then I noticed there's this other branch over here, and whoops, and that one seems to be going pretty well. So I may be getting one there. I don't know if cauliflower reflowers. That's a cauliflower. So next to it, where I have one of the 6-pack of Black Magic kale, which I'm sure is a variety of lacinato or dinosaur kale, and I'm paying attention to what I'm doing instead of where my camera is. Sorry, I gotta put my netting back because that squirrel's around. Anyway, I made a hole for it in the top here because it's flowering. So I'm pretty sure you can eat a brassica at any stage, including the flower. I haven't decided if I'm going to cut off the flower. I'd really rather not have my kale and cauliflower and broccoli cross-pollinating, and I have plenty of seeds. So I'm probably going to harvest that in the morning. So I just thought I'd mention that. And a bunch of the lettuce I planted is now coming up. That one is a combination of Grand Rapids and red romaine. My carrots are just starting to peek out. My radishes, I'm making very sure to only water these with water and not put compost tea, because apparently that gets beautiful greens and not much root. My garlic is doing great. The gourmet lettuce, not doing brilliantly, so I don't know if it may have just gone too deep or what. But anyway, I didn't have luck with it on the porch railing last spring or last autumn either. Some of my parsley's coming up, and I see one. I'm pretty sure that one's a mustard, and I think that one's a mustard trying to come out. So I'm excited about that, because if you remember from, there's some more coming. It could just be parsley, because I may have gone in 2 rows. I'll check my written notes. Anyway, you'll see I moved the fencing, because I'm going to take the tool that I had around the tomato box. That's what I'm going to call that thing. It's that piece of furniture on its side. Anyway, I'm going to put the tool around it this way, because I don't want the garlic to get interfered with. I want it to be able to grow up as tall as it wants. Yeah, so hopefully that'll work. If not, I'll figure something else out. But I think I can drape it all the way over like that. I think it's wide enough. My Swiss chard is doing very well. Again, that gourmet blend lettuce, which was one of the more expensive seed packets. I'm not going to talk names, but that was one of the more expensive seed packets, and it's just not doing real well. I have beets, collards, and chives planted in here. I'm pretty sure this is beets in the middle. I'm pretty sure that one's a collard by the shape, and I don't see any chives yet. I haven't had great luck with the chives. And then this is 2 different kinds of lettuce, Cimarron, which is like a red one, and then bib lettuce. And I just kind of mixed them up in that one. Nothing from any of my 4, what do you call these things? Herbs. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, look, but I do have an earthworm down here. See my earthworm in the dill? I think it got dripped out from above. I think it may have washed out of one of these guys, because then it drips down right here. And I've been alternating which of the herbs gets it. The sage was the one under there. Anyway, but I've got a little earthworm down here. He's trying to find his way in. I'm going to help him out a little bit. Here you go, baby. There you go, buddy. There. All safe now. Now he's all safe. He's a safe earthworm. I killed 2 slugs. Was it this morning or yesterday? Is that my time coming up? I have time coming up. Yay, I have time, finally. Okay, I'm being silly now. And that's okay, because this is my happy place. There's that Grand Rapids lettuce. It just does really, really well. Not much luck with green onions. The spinach and Alaska peas are doing great. And then there were just a couple of peas in that one, and that's also spinach and peas. I've got it turned around because here's that black coat hook thing. See? Yeah, I'm smart. I've got it on my peas. I'm pretty sure these are climbers, vining. So I've got it where it can climb up things because it likes to climb. Yeah. So that's all the table area. And I'm going to put my cages back on here later when I'm not filming. Chives. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about chives. So I do have 2 chive plants that have been growing since last autumn over here in the lavender tote. If you've been watching videos, you may have known it was, I'm going to move you, it was all the way down there where the last gray tote is now, in the autumn when I planted. So I've got chives growing. I think I might need to water a little bit less here because things are getting kind of squashy. That's the end of what was either a tomato or a pepper. I think these might be from apple seeds from the compost underneath. That is clearly celery. I'm so excited that I can actually identify some of this. These are the walking onions that had been in the tomato box. That's what I'm going to start referring to as the tomato box. And there's my propagated rosemary. I'm going to have another bush soon. This is another one of the black magic kale. And you can tell by the way the leaves are, it has to be a kind of dinosaur or lacinato kale, because that's what grows this way. And it looks very much like the lacinato kale that grew from seed that I have. And look, it's a, did you see that white thing float by? I think that's a piece of a spider web. Anyway. Yeah, oh, so here's the last thing. So this sprouting broccoli is just getting ginormously beautiful, but this sprouting broccoli is actually sprouting broccoli. Yippee! And the mint's doing okay. There's another slug. I knew there was a slug eating up this plant because I saw the slug trails. Die. I know, they all have a right to live, but not in my plants. I thought it might be ants, but I figured this was slugs because then next to the holes I could see slime trails. So I think I got that one. I sprayed this off really good because I've been trying to make sure that aphids don't the ants don't colonize aphids. But I'm so excited about my purple sprouting broccoli. I think I may harvest that in the morning too. The best thing that's happened that I've noticed in the past few days is my red-veined sorrel are looking so much better. I think I had them where they weren't getting enough airflow. So, and this is the only geranium that's still doing well, but it's also the only geranium that has more than 4 feet of soil to grow in. I think I might have a rogue radish seed growing there, which is fine. I'm fine with it. My cilantro is doing great. And I think a couple of the seeds I planted have either a seed that I planted growing or it's a volunteer, because that's the same container I had the cilantro in the right smart pot last year. Last year. I can't believe it. It's awesome. And my lemon thyme is making a comeback. And there's one of my rosemary I'm propagating. I think that's another apple down there. Rosemary, lemon thyme. And look how happy my skeleton geranium is. I know I've got slugs in this one too. I can tell by the way it is. Oh, the slugs I killed this morning were in the right smart pot. I may start giving them names, but I don't know. Reggie, because it's the right smart pot, and Lucy, because it's the left smart pot. I don't know. Yep, here's where I moved the rosemary. Yes, that's moved to the side. Here's another sprouting broccoli. And there's where I moved one of my tree collards. Again, I think that's from an apple seed. And there's one of my purple cauliflower. So, I think what I'm going to do in here, probably tomorrow, is pull off the tubing from going over like this, where it goes over, and instead have it where it goes around the outside like a hula hoop, and then drape the tool on that way, because then it'll be protected more like this. And with this, it kind of goes outward, and I have space to work. Whereas with this, it goes inward, and I think it rubs on the plant's leaves, and I don't know that they're happy. I stuck another rosemary down there just to see if it'll root. My mint's doing okay here. The peppermint's making a comeback. I don't know if I need to move the peppermint. I'll have to check and see if it needs more light. My yarrow, medicinal yarrow, is still doing fine. Ew, that's smelly. That's my compost tea. I think I'm going to leave the basket off of my mint and see what happens. I'm not terribly worried about the squirrel digging in it. And I think somebody told me that squirrels and other rodents don't like mint, so we'll see how that goes. This is my biggest, baddest walking onion, but it's not walking. And look, see my red vein sorrel down there? It's doing okay. It didn't die, which is exciting. My beets, who knows what they're doing. Oh, see, this is the lacinato kale, or dinosaur kale, that I planted from seed last autumn. And it's going to flower. Hang on. I know, now I'm in the light. So there you see, it's going to flower just as the black magic kale over on the table on the side of the house is going to flower. So I think it's more about the time of year than anything I've done. Purple cauliflower, is it cauliflower or is it sprouting broccoli? I don't know. That's why I put the tag in. Yeah, purple sprouting broccoli. Yeah, both of those are, because those are the same plant. This is a purple cauliflower, and it is just thrilled with its life. And there's my best celery, doing really well here. I'm amazed, but it's doing pretty good. More of the black magic kale. This is a purple cauliflower. I really am not going to plant in these things anymore, because everything I've had in them have either been stunted or have fought to grow. My beautiful kufia, what is this? Lavender lace kufia, and this one is the lantana. It's called Little Lucky Red Lantana, and those are both favorite types of flowers for hummingbirds, and those did not die. The dahlia did. I think a dahlia might be an annual. Have to look that one up. I don't remember. And then that thing in the very back corner was my moringa. I don't know if it would come back or not. I think I may, well, now I pulled it all the way out, which I didn't mean to do. I had it taped to the stake. I'm going to put it back in and see if it'll grow. I love experiments. Thus the name of my channel. So I'm going to stick the moringa back in the dirt with its little stick sticking out and see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Look, there's a lettuce leaf. I think it thinks it's going to grow. From what I hear, it'll grow leaves and make seeds, but it won't grow the root, the root fruit. Look, there's a strawberry. I doubt it's going to be an edible strawberry, but there's also a flower over there. Yep. And then here's a seed, kale seed that I planted. And then over here on the right is the rainbow Swiss chard. So here's what I'm starting to think. How big I want things to get are going to be affected by how deep the soil, or whatever you want to call it, I'm growing it in. I'm going to call it all soil. I don't care how much plant matter to minerals it is. Oh, here's the other thing. I have another walking onion. I think I may have missed this the other day. He's walking. See him walking? Isn't that exciting? I'm so excited with my walking onion. I didn't mean for this to be a garden tour, but I'm just so excited about being out here and in the sunshine. And I finished a really tough thing. It was a tough work week, just a lot to do. Here's another propagating rosemary, or trying to. My more walking onions. There's a walker. I think I saw that one last time. And there's a walker. And I need to spray this down better to get all these flies away. The flies are really congregating here. I think I may have to put potting mix on top of it to keep it down. I just don't have any right now. But there's all kinds of matter breaking down under here. This is one of the black magic kales, and those are some type of wildflower mix. I think this is going to give me a radish based on its leaves here. And you can see there's others that are starting to come back. These are ones I planted last fall. Oh, and I've got, was this walking? I can't tell if it's walking or if it's just from where it was broken, but this one's clearly walking. Another rosemary propagating. Pea from last year. I don't remember what kind. It could be Alaska. It could be sugar snap. I'm not sure. I can't tell the difference. I haven't figured out when to pick the sugar snap peas so that they're not all hard and chewy, the pods. So I have two different kinds, and I noticed on one of the seed packets today, no, I noticed it Wednesday? Earlier this week when I was planting seeds inside. I'll show that in the next video. Or maybe before this video. Anyway, it says edible pod, so I don't know if the pods are different. So there's how the peas are doing. They love me for putting up this trellis, and I think the cauliflower loves me too. This is where I grabbed 2 slugs yesterday. I think that is a daikon coming through. And this might be one of the flower seeds I planted last year. I'm not really sure what it is. Oh, is that another slug? Yes, the gross thing. That old sidewalk I unearthed is very useful for smashing slugs. Okay, so there's my rosemary. Here's my purple tree collard. This is one of the, I think it said purple sprouting broccoli. Let's see. No, this is the purple Sicily cauliflower. Yeah, now that the leaves are bigger, I'm finally learning the difference between the leaf type. I feel so smart. More propagating rosemary, and look at these beautiful red vein sorrel coming up. They're much bigger. You can tell by the size they are up against my blue compost, my buried compost bin. And my onions. These onions aren't walking either, so, but that's okay because they seem pretty happy. And then I've got some kind of volunteer something sprouting back there. I did drop some food, kitchen compost down there in the autumn, so that may be it. This one's like coming at me. How about we stay with the others, huh? There's nothing over here for you to grab. There you go. Grab your buddies there. Man, I hope this isn't too hard to take down. I went ahead and used cotton twine because it will disintegrate over time. I may put some nylon across the top just to keep things up. Anyway, what else is going on? I showed you all that stuff. And I haven't been good about watering this one. I moved this red vein sorrel from someplace just a few weeks ago, and then I planted some green onion seeds. I'm just not doing really great with the green onion. Yeah, but there it is. And my fountain is burping, probably because the solar panel is going the wrong direction. I saw a hummy feeding here earlier, and there's my hummingbird's lunch on the right and some type of bright red salvia on the left when it flowers. And that's a gold mum. And all that stuff is gone. And my next video that I'm going to take, maybe not the next one to put up on YouTube, but the next one I take is going to be all the seeds I started in the house. Because I needed to plant something. I needed garden therapy, and it was well after dark on the day this week that I did that. I'll check. I wrote the date on there. Okay, I'm going to clean up. Here's the garden. Thanks for watching if you lasted through all this jabber.